Good afternoon. My name is Michael Collins, and I'm from Salym Petrolеум Development. I'm honored to welcome you to this special session of the Russian Oil and Gas Technical Conference for SPE. I'm originally from Australia, trained as a mining engineer, and I've been fortunate to work around the world. From the Netherlands, Namibia, the Philippines, Nigeria, Norway, Brunei, and now here in Russia. I have a fantastic job, and visiting these different countries, I've met many fabulous people. But I'd like to introduce you to one that I've met here in Russia. Please, welcome Artyom. So, why don't we spend some time talking about the future? Or as you say here in Russia, поехали. If one could describe the future, it would undoubtedly be a digital future. Today, digital technology unites people from around the world. In a digital age, to be globally connected doesn't mean we need to travel, although you can still do it for fun. We can see and hear our friends and family, no matter where they are, in a second. Hey, how's things?
Hi, Michael. Doing good, thanks. And what about you?
I'm doing well. How's work today?
Work is excellent. Weather is nice. Having a lunch break right now, so a couple of minutes to have a stroll around base camp. It's really beautiful around here. Just take a look.
We take it for granted, don't we? It happens in an instant. It's usual. But what about a memory? What about something physical? The case for energy is clear. Everyone deserves access to cleaner and more energy. After all, that's why we're all here. As the population around the world increases, people are living longer. They are moving into cities, and energy density is increasing. Indeed, over the next few decades, the population of our world is due to increase from 7 billion to 9 billion people. And this trend will only continue faster than ever. We live in a world where people and systems and equipment are creating and consuming data faster than ever before. And it's this data that can unlock our digital future. As an industry, if we take advantage of this data, if we can harness it, well, I'm convinced we could do some extraordinary things. It's no longer just about big production. To be successful, we're going to need to come up with some help, some more hands. We're going to need to be more efficient. We're going to need to be more connected. And we're going to need to be, well, more creative. Digital is our solution. But let's talk about safety. Safety remains one of the big challenges in our industry. Our digital future can help remove people from hazardous situations and from hazardous conditions. Indeed, automation is already transforming some parts of safety. We have drones in many of our facilities monitoring pipelines, and we have robots in a number of our facilities which are able to look for leaks. But let's talk about efficiency. Many of the tools, workflows, and software our industry uses today were created in a world with much less data. Our industry generates and consumes huge amounts of information, and we must now reimagine some of these ways of work. No one individual can process the onslaught of information. We're going to need to teach machines to do some of this work for us. And I think this will help us create the space needed for imagination, creativity, and the space to obtain insights which we've been unable to see to date. Indeed, some parts of our industry have already been successful.
One of my favorite stories about digitalization is one from the North Sea. A young man. He was going outside in the cold to reset machines, ones that had broken down. So what did he do? Well, he took data from all of these machines and wrote an algorithm to predict when they were going to fail. So he didn't have to go out in the cold. Well, he saved millions of dollars, reduced damage to machines, and let people work safely. That's the kind of digital future that I'm looking for.
Indeed, we can't do this transformation alone. To succeed, we're going to need to learn from this and many other great examples. We need to be connected right across the value chain. What about people? What does this mean for them? Digital helps minimize time spent on mundane work. It allows for more value-added time to unlock our people, their potential, and creativity.
No matter our function is,
the most memorable parts of our job is when we solve problems.
This is something machines cannot do.
Digital creates a future when engineers can spend more time being engineers, to define problems and to solve them. It's our job as leaders and managers to create an environment where people can embrace this digital future. As we move on into a digital future, we're going to need to test the boundaries of what we thought was possible. No template exists. Every company is going to have to build some sort of framework, incremental or transformational. But my plea, be curious, be ambitious, and unlock our people. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you a really great session.